Yeah, hello everyone. First of all, I want to say thanks to Marta that she invited me here. It was great pleasure to meet her also like 1 month ago. We had good chat in the cafeteria in my one of the favorite, but I can't make advertisement now. I think it wouldn't be good. So actually, I want to start from other end. Why did you come here today? Who is the brave one? The mic is needed for the. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, why did you come here today? What about curiosity? So I have to make good impression about this organization. All right, everything becomes different now. Okay, this is first time you came. So curiosity about organization, about lecturer, or about? Okay, good. Somebody else? Oh, okay, good sweet lies. Thank you, thank you. What do you want to get from today? Networking. So, okay, how many phone numbers you want to collect today? or LinkedIn account connections? Think about it. Okay, about connections. Somebody else?
To learn something new.
Something new. Something new you can learn wherever. Something new. In what field?
Well, whatever. What's around game development.
Okay. Okay. So it's much more narrow. So it's good. Because I can teach you also how to bake cakes.
Oh,
And one of my favorite is pavlova. You know pavlova?
yes.
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, sort of. Like my wife likes it better, but I usually make pasta carbonara. I have a lot of, egg whites
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Actually, me? Yes, I do because. No. Actually, it's. I just wanted to start to say why I'm so nervous. I've been teaching diversity management to people, and I taught about 1,500 people during the last period in Latvia about diversity management. This is my topic. But today I'm here, and I'm in the topic which is totally not my topic, you know. And I have to give message to you, to people, and actually I didn't know what to expect, but I knew I will meet just people. And what makes me nervous is that it's a very serious topic I want to tell you. And because gaming usually, when you talk to ordinary people, somehow brings this idea about just people spending time with no some proper idea about real life, etc. I'm also a mom of 17 years old guy who is gamer. And I always been asking, can you do something else? Can you do something else? And now I see that actually I have managed to raise quite a good guy. And games actually don't bother his life to be a good person. And my story will be about Games for Life, as you most probably read. And I will be open also for all the questions. I'll tell about Azeron. This is company which is placed in Ventspils. actually created by one guy who baked the cakes. He was baker, but he was passionate gamer. And how I became part of Azeron, in August it's turned 1 year. I'm diversity management expert. Do you know what is diversity management? I'm studying in Riga's Technical University in PhD program. I'm already on the 3rd year. I'm about to become scientist. And diversity management usually is about women and men, people with disabilities, people, normal people, or sexual orientation, different religions. And when I came to university, I was quite convinced that this surface level diversity is very important. But then on the 2nd year, I came across one theory which talk about different kind of perspectives, how we have to manage teams to have better outcomes. So, in short, I can say if you have 5 stupid persons together, you cannot have good result. You have to make your team as diverse with all the competencies to have the best results at the end of the day. And it matters to any team. It doesn't matter, is it 3 people, 303, 3003. You have to have a combination of people with different competencies to have the best results at the end of the day. So I started to research on this deep level diversity. My task in Latvia 2 years ago was to evaluate enterprises, how open they are. And Azeron was one of the organizations I was evaluating, and we gave them like motivational prize for being open, very good organized enterprise and supportive to their staff members. And last August I visited them, and I entered in their fabrics where they produce keypads. And I said, I see 7 things you can improve in your organization. I told to them this, and then I left. And after 2 weeks I received a call, and they said, okay, you had good ideas, please come and work with us. And what do they produce? They produce this kind of keyboards. This is the first in 2012. The guy who was I was telling you about, he created himself this kind of keyboard. Have you ever looked already in their web page? Yeah, you've seen it. So, and this is the last one. And I brought with myself today it's in very dodgy package, but you can take it around and see. Okay, it wasn't like this, yeah? But yeah, be careful, because I fixed it today. Because no, it's just joke. One day I gave in huge conference and it went through 200 hands and it was broken. But yeah, this is my friend traveling with me. Well, of course you see there is no cables and you can you can't properly use it, but yeah. So gaming was the first focus for this company. And when I started to work for Azeron, I realized that in Slack, you know, this internal communication platform, they receive a lot of emails and different kind of messages from people with disabilities. Excuse me, pay attention, please. Yeah. So, and I was really surprised why nobody kind of does something about it. And I started to read these messages and the emails, And I realized that this keypad actually became for many people, not for like gaming, but really recovering in some traumatic situations. People who lost their hands, people who lost their fingers due to different kind of aspects. It could be accident, it could be also illness, etc. So we started to collect these messages and analyze a bit. And we started to speak to different kind of rehabilitation centers in Latvia and also abroad, to different kind of organizations working with disabled people, and looking what we can do to kind of introduce this tool also to people with disabilities. And therefore, I can say, like a game doesn't have a reset button, life doesn't have a reset button. So it is very important that we can have added value to this kind of tool. And I started to think about different kind of projects we can realize together. And first project we wrote was project about using this keypad in rehabilitation for people with tumor, insults, stroke. And the thing I realized was that people who are making decisions in regards to this kind of tools in rehabilitation don't realize that this could be possible. Because of course, rehabilitation is also done through gaming, through different kind of gaming, but still through gaming. So it supports people who have, can you imagine if you play a game and you press the button, but it doesn't respond? To some people, it's really life, that they cannot use their hands for proper motorics to do the daily functions. So this rehabilitation process is very long. You have to have a lot of precise, monotone repetition of different kind of mechanics to come back to your life. So if you look at statistics, then stroke is becoming very young. Currently already 30 years old people are facing this illness. So of course, all of us have to think about healthy lifestyle. That's important. And not to become a victim of this. So we tried, and I wrote the first project. It was in cooperation with Jaunķemeri, but unfortunately our project was not successful. But I'm not one of those persons who will say, oh, we didn't succeed in one project, then I go home and cry. I simply think that we have to tell more people in Latvia and also abroad about this possibility to use this tool in different kind of rehabilitation programs. Second thing, gaming. Well, of course there are a lot of games, and I'm not the one who's gonna talk about games. But I know a lot of games are involving shooting, right? So it's kind of awkward for me as a person who is pacifist to say that it helps to shoot faster. But meanwhile, if we think that there is war next to our borders, then I started to think that maybe this keypad also can be useful in some systems supporting people who are fighting for their homes, for their lives, and so on. These discussions are developing, but it could be used most probably also in different kind of programs where we even can't imagine. So we are having discussions with some Ukrainian organizations also to distribute this tool in Ukraine. for purpose of rehabilitation as well, but also for other purposes. So, what else I have to tell you? Before we start in regards to questions, I'll see my presentation. Yeah. In this slide, you can see where Azeron keypads are mostly living. It's United States, Germany, Japan. And sometimes when we speak about this tool, I say, who will be the first, Americans or Latvians, who gonna do something properly in rehabilitation, for example, or in other fields as well. These keypads also can be made as individual order for each person. There is no like unified form of some damage person could have. So everybody could adjust their keypad to their own needs. So there are different kind of samples how this keypad's been adjusted to different personal needs. So the same applies to everybody who want to order this keypad. For example, I asked to make me bright orange. And it's nice. It's simply nice. I like it. So you can put your name on it, etc., etc. And yeah, these are the different kind of messages we receive. And we even have one product which is called Syro. It is adjustable with one rubber bandage for people who have one hand. So you can even imagine if you lost one hand, how it would be to play game with... and you know, sometimes I simply think, you and me, we came easily here. There is no any kind of hurdles. I get in the train, I simply come here, and we just can think how privileged we are that we can. But for some people, even getting out of their room is very difficult. So this keypad actually could change totally their lives. And I'm not very good in all this technical part, but I know that Azeron is having one of the best services as well. They always consult people through phone, also in Discord, where I don't have any kind of account. Marta, yeah? Discord. So there is one video. Would you like to see it? If it's okay, we will skip it. Yeah, and it's made in Latvia. And my final comment would be, if sometimes you think that your life is beautiful, just bite in this lemon and think about people whose maybe life is not so fortunate. This is for you. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you heard and understood the question, yeah? Es pateikšu latviski. Ja tev liekas, ka tava dzīve ir ļoti, ļoti skaista, tad kādreiz iekod citronā un padomā par cilvēkiem, kuriem tā varbūt nav tik brīnišķīga. Jūs arī esat? Paņemiet. Man ir. Nekautrējies mājās pilks pie Coca-Colas. Jā. Jā. Sorry, vecīt, tev nepietika. Tad, yeah. So I'm open to questions. Good questions. Yeah. Well, I will be more harsh. I will not say because of you. Why I'm here. because yeah, actually I wanted to start my presentation when I'm asking people in seminars, usually I ask what you can sell. And I want to say that I can sell my knowledge of writing projects. Actually, I learned about your association through radio, very boring radio. Why? Yeah, I was joking. Actually, I was listening one program in Radio 3, Classica, about gaming, music in gaming. It was so interesting. And then I also listened to other program that gaming doesn't receive any kind of support in Latvia, financial. And you know, I have this other knowledge of mine or skill. I can see things what other people can't see long before they are visible. And I think in cooperation with some people, with you as developers of the games, we can create some wonderful projects. Because as I told, I know my skill is to write projects. And I really would like to see that Azeron becomes very popular product for people with disabilities. Because in Latvia alone, in regards to statistics, 300,000 people are with disabilities. Just think about it. The number is huge. Europe is getting older, so that means also people will need to socialize through games, maybe, also being old. So that's why I'm here. Was it a good answer? Yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, just so everyone hears the question, I guess. So these things are pretty popular with disabled people, but are there like non-disabled people that would prefer to use them and they would order them? Are there any clients that don't have disabilities but use these kinds of keyboards?
You are killing me. You are definitely killing me. Yeah, the main business and the company is successful due to the fact that people with no disabilities are buying these products. And these are the countries where the mainly orders are coming from. Actually, Azeron doesn't need any kind of participation in any kind of exhibitions because everything is created on internet. People are buying on internet, and we even don't have any shop. And it's all 3D printed. It's relatively cheap. We have very nice 3D printer farm in Ventspils. So also maybe Jāni, I will invite them to come to Ventspils. Yeah, I'm inviting you to come to Ventspils. Also to Fabric maybe. We can organize and you can come. Yeah. Did I answer you, the question? Yeah.
You said you give lectures in RTU, right? Have you ever been to design that you study? Oh, okay. Sorry, I kind of put that one. Sorry. But okay, then. But still, RTU. Have you ever been to Design Factory or Design Fabric, or I don't know how? Then you also know about a lot of their other tools that they create for kind of disabilities or other kind of cool input devices. For example, probably for the blind and other disabilities. Have you anything to comment about those? Well, you said you've been to design. For example, in one of their main offices, I think their forefront, they have one of these devices that is pretty much like like a different kind of, again, keyboard, reinventing it through, for example, not a mouse, but a ball you kind of like the old mouses that you turn around, but it's actually the ball now you move, and other devices, for example, for the blind or not hearing or people who don't have hands at all. And I thought maybe if you've studied at RTU and you know design fabric, maybe you've seen and maybe can comment about those the same as you did here. But if not, then no pressure.
I have been so many places. I have seen so many things. Well, it would be the same like you would ask me to comment on crutches or wheelchairs or something. Yeah, okay, they exist. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, the thing I would maybe in this context I would really say is that sometimes there is this system which supports people with disabilities from the state to give some tools. For example, if you crash in a car accident and you can apply and get wheelchair, for example. But sometimes I myself once was helping one person who after the operation was not walking out of his flat for 2 years because he didn't have appropriate wheelchair. Can you imagine 2 years sitting in your flat with no possibility to go out because you don't have tools? So what I would like to say in this regard is that I would like to see that our state, our country, for people who have stroke, would give this tool to ease their rehabilitation. And this is, I'm not saying that it will happen tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but I hope that also by introducing much more these tools, we can succeed that people in Latvia receive much better and more advanced tools. Because it's also made in Latvia. That's one of the things I want to add. And of course, those products, most probably, of course, if they are in this RTU lab, definitely, most probably the scientists have worked to develop them the most appropriate for each need. And of course, there are different forms of disability. So there is this organization, Sustento. Under their roof, they have 6 different kind of groups of disabled people. And yeah, these needs are incredibly big. So, somebody else? Newcomers. Da-da-da. Applause to newcomers.
Yes. So I understood it correctly. Your hope is to grow this company, yes? Or just to bring this product to more customers who need it.
So what is the purpose of business? Of course, to grow. But there are companies which are happy as they are. And this company, Azeron, it is actually happy as it is. But of course, it's always good that your product can bring added value to some other groups as well. And this is the question about this. For example, for me as a Latvian, my dream is also, I've been to Dubai, to Future Museum in Dubai. And when I saw all this, what I saw, I was thinking, oh yeah, Azeron also have to be in this Dubai, in this Future Museum. But of course, I need some help, I need some contacts. And if you have some contacts, then I will be more than... I want to say that Latvians can do a lot of great things. And this is the product which can assure that as well. Yeah. Of course, each company want to grow. Maybe we have to have special meeting.
Maybe. And I still don't quite fully understand what would benefit the most this company. Like what you're talking about? Maybe the government can help. Is that correct? With to like fund this for people with disabilities, or what exactly would benefit?
Yeah, usually state budget it's kind of distributed to different purposes. Oh, this is question in regards to things I know. So thank you. Actually, 20 years worked as advocacy person working with government. So there are priorities. And we already tried to get into the program which is trying to support rehabilitation system. But the point was that we didn't actually introduce before this product to the government. And therefore, my task is, of course, we couldn't introduce, the company is just 3 years old. We couldn't introduce 4 years ago the government with the company and its products which didn't exist. So this is why we are meeting also with government institutions. We are telling our ideas. And of course, next year I will write project again to support the rehabilitation system because we wanted to try out how this tool works in real life. We wanted to train people who work in rehabilitation, how to use it, maybe to also design some games. And there your stories would start for rehabilitation and then use it in real life. Yeah.
Doesn't it work for all games already?
Yeah, but in rehabilitation you need some special games to also to be designed for rehabilitation purposes. Okay, maybe uzdod man jautājumu latviski varbūt. Yeah, okay. Well, so what is your question then? But I didn't ask for help. Did I ask for help? I guess no. No, yeah, but please don't offer the help if it's not asked, yeah? Well, that was harsh, but okay. That's me. I just think that we can cooperate also with association in writing common projects where the gaming and also these different tools come together. Yeah. So. Tev ir jautājums? You have question? Yes? Yeah. No, this is not an argument. Absolutely no. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I think it's simply important that we start to cooperate in different kind of because these I'm looking for a word. Just a second.
So you need help.
Cooperation between different fields. Cooperation between different fields can create the best ideas and solutions for society needs. Yeah, okay, call it like you want. So this is in regards to the question is regards the one word, yeah? Yeah, cooperation. Yeah. Okay.
Is there any other ideas or prototypes, maybe something for military or something like that? Like other fields, and because you can print pretty much anything, if you have, you can build pretty much a lot of things. Respektīvi visādām lietām mums ir virtuāla realitāte, vēl kaut kas visādas aksesuārs var salikt. Es domāju, vai arī kaut kāds idejas ir citos virzienos.
I think I mentioned already this field you were thinking about. I mentioned military. Like in progress, what? On it what? On it what? I think I vaguely explained already that yes, we are working on it. Okay. Yeah. No, I got your question. No, just to make sure, um, I showed this slide where you can kind of adapt for different kind of persons. You know, these are different persons ordered different tools for their own need. If you run your own company, you know, each different tool requires, again, producing new solution. It takes time, you know. Yeah. So, of course, it would be very good that we kind of can produce mass production to have more of this kind of like keypads already created. But therefore, we need more research for rehabilitation, for example. We need research. What kind of common needs for bigger groups is required? Did I answer? But in regards to military, I'm absolutely sure. We are talking to Ministry of Defense to give them for testing these tools. So this is our discussion currently. But of course, you have to convince, because each thing coming as a new thing should be tested, etc., etc. Yeah. 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 Very complicated question. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Some other questions? Is there any question? Jā. Es nemokos. Man ļoti interesanti. Jā. Es nemokos. Jā. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And you can always find me on LinkedIn. Also on Facebook. She has my mobile phone and email. Yeah. Good evening. Have a good evening. Thank you.
All right. Oh, wow, it's loud. Do more than 2 people want to break? More than 2 people. Okay. You want to smoke, but you're 1 person. Yeah. I need 2 people if we want to break. Okay, we're having a break, 5 minutes. After that, we will have a free mic. Do you have to run? Do you have to run? Okay, 5-minute break, then we come back.
7 to 8 years. We have around 300,000 copies sold of our games across all platforms. So, and I kind of lost the willingness to make games. Like, I don't have any drive to make games, but I still like organizing things, and that's why I'm here. Basically, all the other people who work are, okay, part of them are still here. Helen, our amazing pixel artist who helped with Luna's Fishing Garden, is still there, and we actually consulted with each other, and we wanted to help local game developers. Basically what Kultur Capital funds shouldn't be doing, but anyway, we kind of want to treat the company as a small bookstore right now. Imagine publishing 1,000 copies of a quirky book, and then you sell it to a local audience who visit your store once in a while. Actually, but this games sell more than 1,000 copies. Anyway, what about you? For example, you have a personal project or a playable prototype that you want published, or you need help and you don't want to deal with bureaucratic side. You need nice graphics done, or maybe other help for contractors. Like, our composers are pretty good, or maybe localization. That's yeah, basically we've done it all, and hoping that you are actually a go-getter and can complete your part of the project. Yeah, and the idea is that we want to help publish games, like maybe smaller games, but it depends really on you if you need any help. And we're not excluding the larger games, but maybe it's worth finding like super big publisher if you make something large. I'm not really good at marketing myself. Anyway, I will go through the published game and what's going on. First of all, is the Crown of Pain that we've published. We helped with art, marketing, and I also got it to GOG.com, which sold around 2,000 copies total. And again, small indie bookstore format. Then there's Arcane Board, which won Beidzrunāts Darīt competition. And we are actually working on making it real. There were some pre-made assets, and in the end, Helen is helping with art and drawing all the new stuff like maps. And also there's a small screenshot of the new project, which is not seen there, but that's a lot of slime and oozes. It's all right. We don't need to zoom it or anything. Anyway, what we offer, we're still looking into helping you with the publishing. For example, you need some cool pixel art, and maybe you need to find other contractors for localizing or for music, writing, whatever. We can still handle the legal side and royalties. The other developers don't have their companies. Okay, one of them had their company, but the other ones are basically people who just get some royalties and legal sides sorted out. Also, I can make a Steam page and like make it pretty cool, but no buts. It's pretty cool. It's all right. And if you actually want a budget for your small game, I can offer up to 5,000 euros, or I can just consult you for a small percentage. Pretty much, that's all I wanted to say. If you have cool little games that you want to see published and just need some extra push from my side, I can be pretty annoying. I'm super talkative, and I kind of push people around to complete games with their feeling of guilt and crushing sadness. Yeah, so we can get the job done, and I'd be happy to hear from you. Check it out. Thank you. Vladimir, peace out.
Thank you. So one more thing from my side, and from your side. Is it this or something else? Okay. We are looking for speakers who want to speak about game dev stuff. So this link is the Google Forms. If you want to talk in these events, you fill out the form and we can arrange it. So yeah. Anyone? Yeah, thank you. At least one person does it. And after this, Jāzeps will talk about something, I don't know what. And we have one more person on free mic. Yeah. And maybe some more. Okay, I think you can come. Actually, yeah, you can talk. Do you need to show something?
Okay. Well, hello everyone. So a quick announcement relating to association business. So we're gonna have the kopsapulce, the general assembly of the association. So first of all, we're gonna be doing it earlier this year. So the initial one is gonna be on the 20th of November so 20th of November. And if that does not reach quorum, then we will have the secondary 2 weeks later on the 4th of December. So 20th of November and 4th of December. Second point is that we will be doing it online for both of them. So on Discord, in the members channel, instead of doing it a hybrid model as we've done the past couple of years, we'll be doing it all online. So I will remind about this within the official channels and in the next meetup. But again, 20th of November, 4th of December. Yeah, thank you. That was the one thing I was really focusing on. On Discord as well. So yeah, thank you.
Free mic, come and talk. I guess you wanna.
I need I can.
Yeah, трошки. Alright, uzmanīgi, tev viņš ir skaļš diezgan.
Go. Okay. Oh yeah, it's loading. See, it's been 2 whole months since you've had like break from me, because during the summer months I'm a student from LU, University of Latvia, and we were for the first time ever creating our own whole big old game jam to introduce students to try their first jamming. Because we want to introduce more people into the game dev, and there's a lot of programmers who want to do it, but I've never had time, and we need to make a whole event for people to do it. And we had a whole weekend where in 50 hours, we choose funky numbers. We asked students and from schools, school students to also participate in Julia's Jam. Here it is, and also haha. And yes, this was our big event. It was the first time ever. It is kinda. It was the first time we ever made it, and we even chose a topic, and we really worked with Licia with many advice, and we had also a game jam theme, and the theme was I'm in. That was the game jam theme. People could do whatever they want with it, just be within the theme, or heck, don't even make it the theme. This was a game jam for you to create by your own means, because there was no real prizes. This isn't a competition, so generally this is a jam. We try to be creative and create, and just give students the experience, the chance to take time in their curriculum. But we also had Licia also helped us in the sense of, at least with Jānis Skuj, that he helped us with a workshop, and also had, and Siemens, and I wanted to continue, that we also had mentors from you, Siemens, Madara, Nauris, and also we had Accenture to also help. So this was an event to kind of introduce people into working, and we're really, really thankful for the help you did. And this is just a little recap. Throughout, we had 50 participants, I think, in total, and we had 13, except let's just ignore I'm into sushi. That was all. That was in the sense of it was created during the workshop, and this was just an example. But really, 12 games. It doesn't seem like a lot, maybe for most, but these were beginners, people who had never ever worked with video games. There were some that never even coded and just were introduced to Godot or Unity for the first time. So we were actually stunned. We were really happy with this output that people actually made working video games, never ever doing it, and people found an interest. One of, I think, the best feedbacks we got, there were anonymous feedback, said that this was a very cool thing. I in a job interview, I referenced Jane Jam as one of the achievements, and that was very, very cute that people actually used this event and used the project for a pitch and to work with internship. And generally, the games that I'm going to quickly go by them, games that were created, of course, some that were I'm in hackerish. Pen test was created. A kind of a generally you kind of try to walk and try to hack into computers. And the guy was a one person team, and his most he really worked on making the terminal and that you can actually hack it and pretty much simulating the idea that that it's just a CMD. But it was still very like a cool idea that Accenture really liked. Somebody also made the desktop Onslaught, which was pretty much like a bullet hell, kind of shooting at games with cool music. Hack v Hack. This was a very kind of ambitious one where there were two players trying to be pretty much Python scripting each other with power-ups. If you wrote like a one valid code line, it would give you points, and specific code lines like attacked the other user. For example, a code that could like SSH into the other user, and this was a very ambitious one, which also was very popular. The most I think loved throughout the game jam was I'm a Peanut Butter. This was a very fun platformer. This was probably the most popular game, and Locked In was a very cute game that people just made. Again, they're all very simple in a sense, but it was people going for their first steps through creating and designing a game and using, as you can see, mostly Godot or however you want to call it. The engine was the popular one because it is very welcoming to newcomers, and that was the workshop. So a lot of people were kind of biased like to give Godot, but we had nothing against it because there were I believe 2 Unity engine games and 1 Unreal. Last Drop was actually a special one. I don't have any screenshots for it, but it was a very beautiful pixel game. And this one, Latvian Game Devs Association favorite. You awarded this game as one of the best. Unfortunately, I do not have screen caps of it. And generally, it was a jam. I believe Julie's jam was a success, and we're hopefully we'll probably also host it next year, and hopefully we can still work together. And these are some pictures of the event. We had like a whole place to work with, a big auditorium. There was the screenshot of the workshop. People who know. We had this was the people who made the last drop and received the gift from Licia. This was my quick recap. So Yuli's Jam happened right now. By the way, she didn't understand. Yuli's Jam happened in July. We will probably keep hosting it in July. And this is where I want to thank, because in a sense you were our sponsors, our supporters, and so we also wanted to give you a thank you back from us computer science students. This is our thank you. I said Jums. Yeah. Paldies, ka bija. I hope you enjoy our little gifts. And I believe, that was Yuli's Jam, and it didn't work. There was there was no final picture. There was a final group photo. But that was Yuli's Jam. If you're interested, this is again more for beginners, and if you're more advanced, of course, come create games here. Most people actually probably would. It's cool to see also professionals make these games and join these. And next year we will probably have much more of a bigger outreach, because this was the first time ever we created this kind of event in Latvia, University of Latvia, at least at this scale, where there was even multiple days and we had a venue and such. Our plans for next year hopefully will be staying at night, and maybe having more workshops before the event so that people can jam and start creating their game during the jam uninterrupted. But if you want to support the event or are interested, probably after on the start of the 25th year, we will probably start organizing again. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, the last drop was pretty much so mechanically it was mostly a platformer where you were a little drop trying to get back to the ocean. And generally, that was the idea, that you were trying to be the last drop and get in the puddle or whatever your source. Generally, in concept, they also had the idea to maybe go over time deeper and deeper, because you can't really make a lot of levels, like you don't have enough time. But conceptually, they had this idea. Yeah, first you're a little drop inside a cloud, and you try to get to the ocean. But then they had ideas to maybe go deeper and deeper, becoming physically a tier, or maybe something else and something else. But unfortunately, I don't have screenshots. But it was up. The art style was very beautiful. The most socially responsible ones were Accenture Baltics, our other sponsor, that they awarded the video games that were more about cybersecurity and awareness. I'm in really got a lot of people who were into cybersec. So they made games like the one Pentest that was about hacking, and it was more about making people socially aware how you can hack a person, a computer. I guess that's the closest one. The other, generally, this was a fun game jam, and nobody made, I think, something deep in that sense. No, actually, completely wrong. There was one game called Singularity, which was very deep in story, in the sense of making a game where you're an alien. Like, they had a very deep story, and it was the video game itself was pretty much a visual novel, which kind of didn't win any prizes, but it was artistically kind of in depth about what the story was, and I guess it was the most profound of the games. Naming itself Singularity, I think, already kind of tells it. And I'm In was more about exploring inside, which was very cool. But unfortunately, as a video game, it was just a visual novel, and that therefore it didn't get a lot of acclaim. Yes.
Yeah. Paldies, Tev. I was part of the jam as a jammer. Usually I don't make games. I just assist by telling what I don't like about Nauris games. So yeah, and I made 3D game for the first time by myself, and then I asked assistance from Nauris to finish it, of course. But I want to tell you about my little project I worked on in past in September 4th, 6th, 20th, and last Friday. I was part of Jauniešu centers Ziepniekalns, and and I was making an event for the kids and young adults. Game past, present, and future. One day of the past, I and Nauris and I made a presentation about what games and technology, what was the name? Yes, advances, what we have, my words slipped. Okay, so Nauris and I presented consoles from the earliest 89 years? One from 80, 73 or something like that, Atari. Yes. And we showed all the consoles and let kids play. In the present, we played with VR and explained what the possibilities are now. And the final day, this Friday, I asked kids to make some ideas of their own games. Two of them were based on the poop idea, but they were creative for sure. And if you want more information, just go to Discord and see pictures, and I will I will be posting them on GameDev. And by the way, in past years, I was part of Latvian Global Game Jam, and we already know the dates, 20th of January till 20th of 6th, so save the date. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone else want to share their life? Will you need computer?
Skaņa nav. Skaņa nevajag. Šitas tā šodien datums, jā. Jā, vajadzētu būt vienkārši 5 play. Būs labi. Yes. Hello everyone, I'm developing a game called Settletopia. If you know Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, this is a game in the same genre. And I'm like making next level. I will call a game that is not just like single player, you are in limited world, but you are living in a world that's open world, you can freely explore it. It's multiplayer, you can play together with your friends in co-op or PvP. You can develop multiple settlements, you can make caravans between these settlements, you can like grow plants, fight, bury people, train people, craft items, and manage your economy, how you are like managing resources, how you are transporting resources between different settlements, and how you are like managing logistics, or how you are moving armies around the world. And this week I had a very like celebration event. After 1.5 years, I have like achieved technical feasibility of this game. What I mean by that, I have tested, like I had idea what I wanted to like implement, and like crazy idea that I thought that it was possible in such a game. And this week I am sure that it's possible. Like you can see that here it's multiplayer, another players playing this game, everything happens over the internet, and I can run this game with world simulation in the background, where other entities can move around the world, can make kingdoms, can like maybe go and make house, and every interaction that you have with world, for example, you like fight with some enemies and they run away. If there are enemy, like some other player on that side of the map, these monsters will run and fight with that player, for example. So this world is alive, you are only small part of this world, and you want to like make your kingdom, like live in this world and grow or do whatever you want. So, so yes, it's achievable. It works. It has great performance. Now I will like fill this world with a lot of stuff, with a lot of items, with a lot of interesting monsters and things to do. So, and I will improve the UI of this game too. I haven't published it, but if you want to, you can talk with me after this event, and I can like send you a copy. Like how many players have been? Now I have been playing with 4 players over the internet through Tunnel, so it hasn't been like a large test, but what I have seen from like the metrics, like from like how the network's utilized, or what's the ping, or what's the delay latency and stuff, it looks like doable without any problems. We'll have to test it. I hope that like 2 to 10 players maybe, but from the performance aspect, this game is not like, you don't need very good latency, but you need bandwidth for this game to work. So if you have bandwidth, there shouldn't be problems with that. For now, not for now, I'm using TCP because latency is not as important in this game, and with TCP it's a little bit easier to implement the networking stuff. But I have like experimented that some parts I can maybe do through UDP and drop if they are not needed, but now everything works, and I was like, I didn't expect such good performance. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I haven't run it on old PCs, but this game, like, for example, if you want to play on older PCs, get a friend with good PC, run a server, and all other players are just lightweight clients that are just for like that visualization. So you don't need good performance on every PC. I have been playing not on the server part, but I have played where I have given my old PC that is very bad, not very, very bad, but bad, and it worked very well without any problems. Just me for now. For now, not open source. I'm hoping that I will be able to finish, publish, and maybe earn some money and continue development, because this is like one game that I have wanted for years, but no one made it, so I'm making it myself. About technical stack, I'm using Rust with a Bevy entity component system. And what's very good feature of Rust is that it's very easy to write correct code that's parallelizable. So I can fully utilize all threads of the computer and all cores. And a Bevy entity component system provides like you can very easily write parallelizable code in Bevy. So if you want to see, I can later show traces of how systems are run in the game over the threads, and like all threads are utilized, but still they are like more than half empty, and I can still beef it up. I can do a lot more things under the performance limits. Can you repeat the question? It's a Rust version of ImGUI. It's called eGUI in Rust. So I'm using that for now. I will explore if I can keep using it, or I will replace it with something else. But for now, for fast development, it was the easiest thing to use. One more thing about technical aspect. In Rust, it's very easy to write cache-friendly code. And that like increases the performance a lot. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Anyone else want to talk? If not, I can do like a super short self-promotion. My name is Simonis. You can play my board game. I'm unemployed. if you have a job, I will probably look for something in game development with PC. If something like that, you can contact me. Thank you for being here. Bye. But you can stay here and drink and stuff and play the game.